to know first why pink, Karim?
Well, it should be one word, pink harem, all together. I used pink 25 years in my work and wore it for probably almost all my life, even as a child, because pink for me is an extremely positive and a very passionate color. It makes us feel alive. It makes us smile. It makes us feel warm, and it's a very interesting reaction, let's say, people have to the color pink. And, at this point, I think I've used it enough that I've made it pink quite a common color now.
But pink is only one color for you, or generally colorful you prefer, not black? Because I know that you don't like black.
Well, black's not a color, remember, huh? But I like many, many, many colors. I mean, I love color in a way. Our eye, the human eye, we can see 16,000 colors distinguish. So it's color is a beautiful phenomena. And I always think, people will always think, oh, well, my work is too colorful, or how can one live in as colorful space as I design? And my immediate reaction is, color to me for the eye is like taste to the tongue, to the mouth. Now, you imagine if we could only live in a world where we could taste only 3 or 4 tastes. The world we live in, generally, we only see 3 or 4 colors. It's a shame in a way. And most of our urban centers and our metropolises are so gray and depressing. I think architecture should be extremely colorful. I think we should celebrate color, really live and enjoy the experience that we can have with our senses.
I would like to know also, we know that you don't like antiques, so can we tell us why? Have you ever, when you design, you never reflect from antiques,
Oh, no. Let me explain that. Is that, if something is very, very old, it can be extremely beautiful if it's an original. I don't like the idea that we design a world that's replicating or being derivative of history, because I don't think that's design. Design is about using new technologies, new materials. It's about evolution. It's about moving us forward. It's about new behaviors, new human experiences. It's about creating new languages. So if I'm going to copy history, then I'm not really designing anymore. I'm styling. And I think that sometimes the design profession gets caught up with copying the past too much, firstly. And that's not our job, in a way, And I think that also that this revivalist attitude has nothing to do with the age in which we live. So for example, if I walk in and there's a new design of a Baroque chandelier, what does Baroque have to do with 2009? Absolutely nothing, So I think it's very important. And if we look at our commodity, our products, if I have an iPhone, for example, that object is very much speaking about the moment in which we live. So a chair should speak about the moment in which we live. An automobile should speak about the moment in which we live. We don't go and make an automobile look like an old horse and buggy or a carriage. So I just think that the physical world needs to kind of constantly evolve and move us forward and make us really feel alive at this moment in time. And I think contemporaneity makes us feel alive.
What about new technology?
Love technology. In 1987, I got my first computer. In 1982, I studied Cobalt and Fortran languages, computing languages, in 1981. And I was obsessed since 87 with using the technology, the actual object, to create new forward dimensions of design. And I, even 12, 13 years ago, got in my office rapid prototyping machines, SLA machine and FDM machine to make rapid prototypes. So I've been always obsessed with this idea. The reason is, too, as an industrial designer, I believe in industry, and I believe in mass production, and I believe in robotic production. So for me, it's seamless that I can design a computer and make something come out of the machine and have no hand labor, which I think is this is the time that we need to live in this era. We don't need hand labor in the production of goods anymore. We don't need assembly lines. We really need to make us as people, we need to kind of use jobs that use our brain.
I would like to know, what about you think about new generation designers? You have any advice about them?
Oh, advice about new designers? Well, I think two things. I think one is to understand that what we do is about evolution. So we have to focus on moving us forward, number one. Number two, I think is very important, is to learn as much as you can about the world. When you talked about antiquation, I learned everything about the design history going back 3,000 years. I know everything very, very well. So you use that as a platform to move forward. In other words, learn. Learn to learn in a way. Number 3 is it's a lifetime profession. So don't think that you have to become famous at the age of 25. It's not like modeling, or like being a rock star. Basically, you can your whole life design. I just bumped into Erno Arno, who designed the chair on the chain, the ball chain in the 60s, and he's got a new lamp around the corner. He's 75 years old and still designing. And I just, saw Oscar Niemeyer in the architect in Brazil. He's 101 years old, and he has 17 projects in his office, and he's still designing. So it's a lifetime profession. Just the best thing to do is every product you do, everything you should do, should get better and better and better. Consistency, perseverance, diligence. Work hard. I'm probably the hardest working person I know.
Can you tell us also a collection for slide? What is the main concept?
Well, there are several different objects. What we're sitting on now is called Concord, and I decided to make a very democratic stool. This is a stool for $100. Very lightweight, very comfortable, moves a little bit with your body, and it has this kind of feeling of a dynamic object. And although it grew, the whole form grew out of function, really, out of like structure. Get the most minimal structure I can in plastic, but be strong and supportive. What you're looking at behind here, the couch behind here, is the prototype of production. It will be in production. It's a couch for outdoors, but my project there is to make something really, really elegant and soft and allow the water to drain really well. And, it's full of kind of functional ideas in it, too.
Why always same material?
This material is actually 100% recyclable onward forever. So it's a good polymer that way. And the production technology to do this is quite simple, too. It's not very, very high investment. So I think that's probably why it's done. And Slide's business is to make the rotational molded products. That's what they do. So as a designer, you work with the culture of the company. They come to me, they have a culture, I learn what they do, and then I produce for them.
And can you tell us what is your next project?
Next project is I have about 80. So I have a restaurant opening in Dubai. I have a casino just opened last week in Belgrade, Serbia. I have a pharmacy I'm working on in Serbia. I have a restaurant I'm doing in Las Vegas. I'm working on a laptop, a watch, a vacuum cleaner. I'm working on a light switch. I'm working on so many things. Yeah.